त्रिभिर् गुणमयैर् भावैर् इभिः सर्वम् इदं जगत् मोहितं न अभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परम अव्ययम्. Hello friends, this is the 13th shlok of the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says Tribhir gun mayer bhaver ibhi, which means by the essence of the three qualities of Maya, Sarvam idam jagat, which means in the whole world. Mohitam na abhijanati, which means the deluded do not realize that. Mamebhya paramavyayam, which means my wealth is supreme and unchanging. So, in the previous shlok, Shri Krishna has mentioned that the three qualities of nature, which is the sattva, rajas, and tamas, are his part, and Arjun should know that these parts are in him, but he is not in them. So that idea is now further elaborated by Sri Krishna over here, wherein he says that he creates this world of Maya by the essence of these three qualities, and the people who are deluded, they get stuck in this physical universe and they are not able to see that there is another part of me which is supreme, that is, which is beyond this physical world and which is unchanging. So Shri Krishna has already mentioned that he is beyond the three qualities of nature, which means that this nature is his subset. There is something which is beyond this physical nature, which is also Shri Krishna. So that is what Shri Krishna is pointing to over here, that no, that physical universe is not everything. There is something which is beyond it, and that something is eternal and unchanging, and that is also me. So we can understand this from an example also. So let's go back to the example of our body. So in the previous slok we discussed how our physical body is in the state of rajas during childhood, it's in the state of sattva during adulthood, and it is in the state of tamas in the old age. So a lot of things are changing in our physical body as we go through these stages in nature. And not just is our body changing, not just is our body growing and then becoming degraded as we age, uh, there is a change going on inside our mind also, in our intellect also, in our behavior also. During childhood we have a certain behavior, during adulthood we have a certain behavior, and then as we age we have a certain behavior. So there is a lot of change that is going on in our body, in our mind, in our intellect as we go through our lifespan, and all of these changes are actually happening in this physical world. But there is something inside us which never really changes through all of this, and that is the observer inside us. The observer observes the childhood state also, the observer observes the adult state also, the observer observes the old age also. The observer observes all the different changes in the mind that are going on, the observer observes all the different changes in the intellect that are going on, but that observer doesn't really change. The observer is always observing. Now you might forget your experiences, but that doesn't mean that you did not observe those experiences. The observer still observes it. In your dream you are observing your dreams also. You might forget your dreams and you might never even know what you dreamt, but the observer still observed that dream, and there was no change that happened in that observer. So that is what Shri Krishna is pointing to over here, that there is something beyond this physical world which is eternal and unchanging, which is beyond this physical world. Param Avyayam, which is beyond it and which is unchanging. And those people who are deluded, they are not able to see it because they are always focused on the change. Because they are always focused on the change, they are always deluded by these natures of physical world. They are deluded by the sattva, rajas, and tamas, and because of that, they are not able to see beyond it that there is something which is eternal and unchanging. That is what Sri Krishna is pointing to over here in this shlok. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.